Hey ladies, where are you going? Do you need a ride?
She's making me walk 2 miles to the nearest store.
Why don't you just go to the Grandview Bookstore? It's way closer and has everything you need.
I didn't think I could go because I'm not a student.
But you don't even have to be a student. Come on, hop in.
Does this mean it's our first date?
I'm just taking you to the bookstore, unless you're 18. Come to the Grandview Bookstore, located in the Student Center.
It's a one-stop shop.
It has Grandview gear, school supplies, and much more.
It's the perfect place for a date, too.
Sure.
Tired of boring services that you don't relate to?
Tired of organ music and slow songs?
Do you want to go to a church with people your own age?
Then come to the student ministries at Grandview.
You don't even have to be a Grandview student.
Chapel is on Tuesday and Thursdays at 11.
Church is on Sundays at 10. Located at Luther Memorial Church.
We promise you won't fall asleep at the Grandview Chapel.
You are listening to Des Moines Radio, The Edge 88.1. I'm Tony, and I am with Wes tonight in the studios. We have some tragic news tonight. In fact, the U.S. military drops the strongest and biggest non-nuclear bomb ever used. It was tested first in 2003, but never used before in combat.
Yeah, I love how they added non-nuclear, but it's the biggest bomb we can come up with.
Yeah, I think
it's like we're following the rules here, but and from what I read or I heard earlier, that they nicknamed it the mother of all bombs.
it is called like this, and I think it just escalated like really quickly with the chemical used. And
yeah, I mean, as you as a Frenchman, not as American, how do you see this move by America?
honestly, I would say that this reflects how we see America in general. Like, American people do everything in big. They like big stuff, big shows, big entertainment, and they do everything in big. So why not big bombs?
Whatsoever.
Honestly, no. And it comes from, the President Trump. So that's not even surprising to me,
Yeah.
He's this kind of guy, this kind of character,
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, and it has to get okayed by several other branches where, they felt this was the right move. We'll see. I think it's heading towards war, but
Yeah, for now, we don't even know if it actually did something. They don't know if what they struck, what they hit.
Oh, it did something. That bomb, I'm pretty sure I read that it blows anything within a mile.
Yeah, it did hit structures, but we don't know what if the objective was completed,
Yeah, it was to crush tunnels.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. Like, we don't know.
I just hope there's no innocent people when you throw these big bombs down. How do you not know that there's innocent people?
They said that they took precautions, but in the end, we're not sure if the target was cleared, if it was down or whatever. So we'll have to wait to get some more info.
I guess I'll put my trust in the hands of the government and say it was a good move, and hopefully it was necessary.
In the end, that's what we have to do. That's the right attitude. Okay, you're listening to The Edge 88.1. Now back to the music. Des Moines Radio Mashup, The Edge 88.1. It's Tony and I'm with Wes tonight in the studio. We got some interesting news today. In fact, Elle, the fashion magazine, for those who actually don't speak French, because Elle is a French word. Elle means she.
Oh, okay.
So I bet, Wes, you don't know what Elle is about, right?
I'm guessing it's a women's magazine. It's called She.
It's a woman fashion magazine. You can find it in it like pretty much clothes, makeup, all these
Kinda
girly
like a
stuff.
Cosmo type deal.
Yeah. So for the first time since 1997, they used a black woman for their cover. What do you think about that?
It's cool. I obviously I think everything it should be integrated. 1997. That's a good 20 years ago.
That's the first time in the century.
I'm a little surprised that they probably did it in 97. I think it's great that she's on there, but I also don't think it should be that big of news. Like, yeah, here's another woman on the cover of She. It should be a regular thing. It shouldn't be something that...
Really? We're in 2017.
Well, I'm not saying it's not a great thing. I'm just saying we should get used to it.
I know, but it's still rare. Like, we can't get used to it because they're not doing it often enough. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah, you're right. So if they put it on next month's issue, are you going to be like, hey, 2 for 2?
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not
You
gonna
start
point.
counting?
I'm
You're
not
gonna
gonna.
start counting out?
I'm not gonna point out every cover they do, but I'm just glad they actually finally put a black woman on
I
it
agree.
because 1997, 2017,
Yeah.
first time
I
in
agree.
this century.
You're right.
It's 2017. We have to pretty much mix everything, and it's just, I don't know. To me, it's normal, but I don't read this magazine obviously, and I would be curious to actually know the opinion
So
on
you're-
those users.
So you're telling me that your subscription didn't get forwarded to America?
It's an international magazine. You can get it from every country, pretty much.
Okay, I just figured your subscription was to your
Yeah.
perspective.
But I'm actually interested in the readers of the AL magazine. So if you're reading this magazine and you want to leave your opinion, don't hesitate and call us. Now we are back to the music on the Age 88.1.
Edge 88. In the news lately, United Airlines has had some turbulence.
I heard about it.
Pun completely intended. What'd you hear, Tony?
I heard that one of the plane security member dragged out a passenger by force and literally dragged him out of the plane.
I did see that, but did you hear what else happened?
No,
Oh.
you tell me.
Yeah, today, they hit some more hot water when a passenger from a flight from Houston to Calgary, he got stung by a scorpion when exiting the flight.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's a pretty bizarre story, and he was treated as nothing life-threatening. But my worry is if you get stung by a scorpion in Texas, that's more common. They're gonna know how to treat you. But in Calgary, that's a ways away, and for them to be able to act on that, I think they actually did a pretty good job. But it's just hilarious that they can't stop taking oaths.
So you think they actually carried the scorpion from the actual?
They don't know. It had to have jumped in. Probably in someone's suitcase. Or someone was illegally transporting it. That's to the unknown.
It was tired of the heat. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great as the little man to see the big airlines that these make so much money fault. I don't know. I get some joy out of it, although I know these guys are gonna get some nice lawsuit money out of it, so I can't feel too bad for them. They're all right and living.
This is just. It's overwhelming, I think. I'm not used to this, being French. We don't have those kind of problems. It just can't happen.
It just doesn't happen.
It's American.
Only in America. Huh?
I don't know. We don't drag people by force out of the airplane, and I don't know. We don't do that.
Yeah.
It's rude to me.
Well, we're in America. Might as well listen to some 88 Edge Radio Mashup KDPS.
You are listening to the Edge 88.1. Tony and Wes in the studio tonight. The world of soccer actually got hit yesterday because I don't know if you know the soccer team, the Dortmund soccer team.
Vaguely.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a German, it's a top tier German soccer team. They actually played Champions League, and their bus got actually targeted, and 3 explosions actually happened while they were on their trip to play the team.
So on their way to the game, they get attacked. So
it was
are
on
we
the
thinking there's hooliganism by the other team.
It was on the way to the hotel.
Okay.
And the attack wasn't claimed yet, but we know that at least 4 players got seriously injured, and 2 of them are actually in the hospital. So they're gonna miss the next game. And for those who actually don't follow soccer, the Champions League is the go-to tournament. You wanna actually win this one.
That's crazy, man. We're bringing the dark news to KDPS 88 tonight. Nothing positive in this place.
Nope, not yet.
I hope, man. That's got to be. Wouldn't that would all point towards the other team or something affiliated
I
with the
don't
other
know,
team?
but explosions, really?
Yeah. Were they on the bus or did they
They
on
were
the road?
They were next to the bus.
Next to the bus.
Basically, the players were ready to leave the hotel, and the bus was actually
so
started.
they planted
and
them
just
right next-
before,
oh,
it
okay.
was a plan. And the police actually found a letter, but it was not signed, and it wasn't directly claiming the attack. But the letter was about the attack, but we don't know the source. Yes, I don't have the details right now, but apparently the officer says that the attack was actually It's vague. It's really vague. Like the police
Yeah.
don't want to give details
Yeah.
about that because they're not sure yet.
Yeah.
But what we're sure right now is that we don't actually know the author of the attack, and he wasn't claimed really.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, explosion when it comes to the army and dropping bomb explosions for football and soccer. It's
Sports aren't that important, people. Come on.
I don't know. It's just I'm sad. The world is I don't know what's going
It's
on.
crumbling, man. So
I
you
don't know
gotta
what's
save
going
it,
on
Tony.
these days,
Save the
but-
world, Tony. It's on your shoulders.
I'm just a little Frenchman, but hey, if we have some heroes listening to us right now, we need you guys. All right, now let's get back to the music with Runarounds from the Blue Travelers.
You're listening to Radio Mashup KDPS. And what would NFL offseason be like without a little controversy?
Nothing.
Yeah, right. Well, something new has broke here in the last 4 hours. Eli Manning is accused of a Giants memorabilia scheme. And how this came to light is the equipment manager turned in emails from Eli requesting things he could pass off as game worn.
Like helmets, for example?
Helmets specifically.
Okay.
So that's the hottest piece of memorabilia really in sports right now is game worn stuff, as we saw with Tom Brady's
Yeah, of
jersey.
course.
So, I mean, this is really new, and maybe they're fishing for something on the squeaky clean Eli. It's a good story. Do you think he'd really, with how big his contract is, that he needs to sell a few game-worn helmets?
I mean, honestly, if you would actually, I don't know. Like, I'm hoping he's not asking for it to sell it. But if he's just asking for it for, I don't know, memories or just sharing them with his family or something.
Yeah, maybe they're just
it's
just
cool.
Easter gifts.
Yeah, but if he's actually trying to make money out of that, I'll be a little upset.
Yeah, I mean, I hate it. These NFL players in the offseason, like I just saw I can't remember what the player was, but he got picked up for marijuana in a firearm. It's like, dude, you're making so much money in the NFL. Why do you need a gun?
Yeah,
Why are you riding around with the gun? Why are you doing drugs? You know, it's stupid. We'll see. This is going to be another good story as it develops here. Back to the music with Chainsmokers, All We Know on KDPS 88 The Edge.
You are tuned in to Des Moines Radio Mashup, the Edge 88. I had some requests about soccer actualities because we actually previously talked about the attack on Dortmund bus.
You're listening to Radio
I had
Mashup
some people
KDPS.
asking me for news about
And
that.
what
on
would
Twitter.
NFL
So I'm just
offseason
gonna give you
be like without a little
a
controversy?
quick review of what happened
Nothing.
in the Champions
Yeah, right.
League.
Well,
So
something new has
Dortmund
broke
actually
here in the
lost
last
to Monaco,
4 hours,
which is a French club, and we're actually
Eli
in
Manning
pretty
is
good shape.
accused of
They lost
Giants
3-2.
memorabilia
The
scheme.
Atletico Madrid actually won
And
against
how this came to light
Manchester.
is the equipment
1-0.
manager
Everything
turned
is
in
pretty open
emails
right now.
from
1-0, you
Eli
can still
for
win on the
Eli
next game and
requesting
be qualified
things
for the
he
next
could pass
the
off
semifinals.
as game worn.
The Bayern Munich, like helmets, German,
Helmets
another German
specifically.
top
So
tier
that's
club,
the
lost
hottest
to Real Madrid.
that piece of
I mean,
memorabilia
we all know
really in
Real
sports
Madrid
right
and
now is
Cristiano
game-worn
Ronaldo
stuff, as we
had a
saw
really
with
good
Tom
game,
Brady.
scored
Yeah.
2 goals, and they
So,
won 2-1.
I mean,
They're the favorite, right?
This is really new, and
Real
maybe they're
Madrid's the favorite to
fishing
win.
for something on the
Um,
squeaky clean.
right now,
Eli.
I'd
It's a good
say,
story.
yeah, they are.
Do you think
'cause
he'd really, with
my
his-
dear
how big his
team
contract is,
Barcelona,
that he needs to
after
sell
getting
a few
their butt
game-worn
kicked
helmets?
by, I mean,
the
honestly,
PSG
in
in
the
the
first
first
match, actually,
4-0,
I don't know,
like,
they
I'm
bounced
hoping
back
he's
and
not
managed to win
asking
6
for
to
it
1
to sell
But
it.
now, if he's
They
just
lost
asking for
to
it for I don't know,
Juventus,
memories,
which
or
is an
just
Italian
sharing
club,
them with his family or
3-0.
something.
Yeah, maybe they're just.
So I
maybe
don't
they're
know
just
what
Easter
are they
gifts.
up to. Are Yeah, they trying to
but
like
if
come
he's
back
actually trying to make
every
money
time?
out of
But
That's what I'm saying about my
I'll be a
Blackhawks,
little
man. They
upset.
lost tonight.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
I'm
I
watching
hate it. These
NHL
NFL
hockey
players in the
playoffs.
offseason, like I
That's
just
where
saw
I'm at.
one of.
I
I
mean,
can't remember
we're
what the
gonna
player
pray
was,
that
but
our
he
favorite
got
team,
picked up
yeah,
for
gonna
marijuana in a
gonna
firearm.
end up
It's
doing
like,
good.
dude,
So
you're
let
making
us
so much
let
money
us
in
know
the
on
NFL.
Twitter, or you
Why
can
do you
give
need
us a
a
call.
Why are you
let us
riding
know
around
who's
with
your
guns?
favorite
Why are
team
you
and
doing
who
drugs?
you're
You know,
going
it's
for.
stupid.
So yeah,
It
so
is.
We'll see. This
on
is
the
going to be
Edge
another good
88.1.
story as it develops here. Back to the music with Chainsmokers, All We Know on KDPS 88 The Edge.
You are tuned in to Des Moines Radio Mashup, the Edge 88. I had some requests about soccer actualities because we actually previously talked about the attack on Dortmund bus. So yeah, I had some people asking me for news about that on Twitter. So I'm just gonna give you a quick review of what happened in the Champions League. So Dortmund actually lost to Monaco, which is a French club, and we're actually in pretty good shape. They lost 3-2. The Atletico Madrid actually won against Manchester 1-0. Everything is pretty open right now. 1-0, you can still win on the next game and be qualified for the semifinals. The Bayern Munich, another German top tier club, lost to the Real Madrid. I mean, we all know Real Madrid and Cristiano Ronaldo had a really good game, scored 2 goals, and they won 2-1.
They're the favorite, right? I'm assuming Real Madrid's the favorite to win.
Right now, I would say, yeah, they are. Because my dear team, Barcelona, after getting their butt kicked by the PSG in the first match 4-0, they bounced back and managed to win 6-1. But now, they lost to the Juventus, which is an Italian club, 3-0.
Yeah.
I don't know what are they up to. Are they trying to like come back every time? But
that's what I'm saying about my Blackhawks, man. They lost tonight. I'm watching NHL hockey playoffs. That's where I'm at.
I mean, we're gonna pray that our favorite team, gonna end up doing good. So let us know on Twitter, or you can give us a call. But let us know who's your favorite team and who you're going for. So yeah, now we're back to the music on The Edge 88.1. You are listening to The Edge 88.1. It's Tony, and today I'm with a really special guest. It's Luke Steele. Luke Steele, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm good. Can you tell us more about you, Steve?
My name is Luke Steele. I'm the Director of Athletic Training Services here at Grandview University. My primary coverage is for the football team, track and field, women's and men's, and tennis and dance teams.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about concussions, and I actually want to make a point right away. Like, I feel like being French and like looking at American sports and entertainment, I feel like it's a really big thing, but sometimes I feel like entertainment kind of like take over some values like health. And like talking about concussion, for example, when you look at pro leagues like the NFL, they're like trying to like, I feel like they're trying to like hide their numbers about it to like make like, I don't know, just like so the game might seem actually safer than it is. What do you think about that?
I think the biggest thing now is that the amount of information we have about concussions now is much different. There's been way more research done now, and back in the day, we didn't really know how to treat them. We kind of called it getting your bell rung, or back in the 50s and 60s, guys were playing with concussions. They didn't probably feel normal, but they were obviously may or may not have been evaluated on the sideline, may or may not have said they had symptoms or anything like that. But now we actually know the symptoms. We kind of know what the research shows long term, what it can do to the brain and all that, and that kind of really changes, I think, the way. I'm not sure if they're hiding. I think they don't want to be the guilty party at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think that it's just different now with the information that we have.
Okay, so can you define real fast what is a concussion for our listeners?
Specifically, it's like basically like a bruise to the brain. So some type of head trauma, whether you get hit on the head or you fall on the ground and hit your head, or somebody else inflicts some kind of force to the head, or even just like a whiplash, like from a car accident or something like that, where your neck flies back and your brain is basically a squishy material inside of the skull, which is a hard material, and that brain smashes up against that skull, and that causes injury.
Okay, so did you actually know that less than 4% of concussion symptoms were reported by players in the FCS league? It's a collegiate league, NCAA Division I league in 2014. How do you feel about that?
I believe it, and that's something that we preach to our players. They really want to play, and that's the biggest thing with like these concussion lawsuits and stuff like that. The NFL saying they were being forced to play and all this, but I think at the same time those players want to play, and a lot of times players will not say their symptoms or say that they're having symptoms because they either think it's not a big deal or they don't want to leave the game.
Okay, so how do you guys handle it here at Greenview? Like, what is the process first for like just diagnosing the concussion?
So we do the symptoms a lot. If someone takes a big hit, we'll take a quick look at them, make sure that their eyes are tracking normally. If they have a headache or anything like that, that's obviously the biggest indicator that people complain about, or they're kind of confused, lethargic, sometimes irritable. And then basically we'll pull them out and do a quick evaluation and make sure everything kind of checks out before we let them back to play. If they have any sign of what could be even concussion-like symptoms, we're going to pull them for that day.
Okay, so in order to actually diagnose concussions, you have to take a pre-evaluation, right?
Yeah, we do like an impact baseline, but we don't obviously conduct that on the sideline. We do that within 24 hours of the instance. So like if they had a concussion during a game, we would either do later that day or the next morning, we would have them retake the impact test that we use, which is basically just a computer program that we use as part of our baseline.
Okay, and did you know that players were actually aware of that and that they intended to like do less well, I mean not do good at the pre-test to be able to play then further? Like, have you heard about that?
Yeah, because a lot of times they don't really, there's no incentive to do well on that test, and that's what we really talk about. But at the same time, if they're coming back from concussion and they truly have a concussion, it shows on their baseline versus their numbers that they get. The good thing is that we can compare it to the norm nationwide through the test. So what it should kind of normally be, or what the average is, if they're way below that, it actually tells us that, and we can make them retake it because their numbers won't be accepted.
Okay, so do you guys here at Grandview actually have data about it, like stats, to see how you treated concussions and like how well you did those past years?
I guess describe like how well we did, like as far as
like if you guys like improved like preventing concussions.
I
for
think
example,
we've done a better job. We don't really have any data to back it up, but I think just through education with with the student athletes that we do at the beginning of each season, I think they kind of understand what our policy is and what our protocol is now. And I think some of them, it really scares them, some of the stuff that we've been involved with, and some of them have missed stuff for the entire year because of it, and they're kind of realizing like, hey, maybe I should have reported that sooner, or maybe I should have listened to what they were saying, because it's you only get one brain.
Yeah, I understand. When we talk about concussion, we usually talk about football too, but it's present in pretty much any sports like soccer or basketball. Do you guys here actually like treat every sport like this? Because I know football is a big deal, but what about soccer and basketball?
We definitely see the number of impacts, obviously, or opportunities to get hurt are higher in football just because of the contact, but we do see it in every sport. And the kind of the interesting thing on campus we've had this year, we've had multiple student athletes involved in car accidents and not even sport related, and so we still have to treat them as having a concussion because they had that trauma to the head. But yeah, we have the same protocol and same baseline testing for all sports.
So you test every players, every sport. Okay. So the NCAA actually requires schools to like receive written acknowledgement from players that they have received concussions education and understand their responsibility to report symptoms to medical staff. Do you have it too at Grandview?
It's included with our assumption of risk that every athlete has to fill out. I believe it's online now. Before they participate in sports at Grandview, there's an assumption of risk form that they have to fill out. So that's included with that.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Well, it's going to be it for today. You're listening to The Edge 88.1. If you want some more stats and facts about concussion, you can check out the official NFL website and also the official NCAA website. And now we're back to the music with Drake and Controlla.